Yo, welcome back to another episode of Player vs. Team, aka PVT, and I'm back with my guy, our resident DJ Micah B. What up, man?
I try to tell you. I try to tell you. Kinfolk Kirk, man. I know y'all see my cousin do it again. Y'all saw my cousin do it again. I try to tell you. He did it in Washington. He did it in Minnesota. And before the season started, I knew I was taking him in fantasy. And I took him. Unfortunately, GQ got Drake London. But I ended up getting Pitts. And I did not draft Mooney for whatever reason. I think somebody took him before I had a chance to grab him. But it's okay. It's all right. I got Kirk. And on the other side, I have Mike Evans. So I'm okay.
Oh, yeah. You sitting pretty over there.
I am. The only problem I have is the person that I'm playing in our money league. He has Drake London.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, he has Drake London. So that sucks.
Yeah, that's tough.
That is tough. I know he over there sick too, because they basically gonna cancel each other out.
Yeah.
But Kirk is gonna end up with more points. Oh man. That's the best Thursday night game I've seen in a while. That was a really good one.
Yeah.
That was the best one of the season.
Let's go ahead and get your thoughts on the Falcons win, man. I know Atlanta's going up. They needed this win. I know a lot of things are happening right now over on that side of the world, on that side of the United States. Shout out to all of our people over there in Atlanta. Shout out to my boys. Shout out to Willie, my co-host, the third of PVT. He's over there in the Georgia, Atlanta area, and I know they're dealing with that hurricane and all that water and stuff over there. So we're sending all of our good vibes and good thoughts over there.
Facts.
That alive and okay, and everybody dealing with some turmoil with the houses and misplacings and belongings and stuff like that. I just understand it is materialistic, and what was once there can be rebuilt.
Okay? For sure.
Trust in yourself, trust in your community, and y'all got this, man. Trust me. California fires is not friendly, so we know a little something about having to rebuild. Y'all got this, man. Just stay 10 toes and keep powering through. But yeah, how we feeling about tonight's game, DJ?
Tonight's game was fantastic. It was fantastic. Both of these guys, I mean, Baker wasn't overlooked in the draft, but he's pretty much been an afterthought to most people since his days in Cleveland with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt carrying most of the load. And after the whole OBJ thing and he gets traded. Well, did he get traded or did he get cut? I really don't remember. I think he got traded. He got traded to the Rams. And Baker had the 2-day turnover and won a game with the Rams. Then he comes to Tampa Bay and replaces Tom Brady. He gets the contract he was looking for, which is a pretty decent contract. But man, you ask me now, I don't know, man. I hate to say it, but Skip Bayless might have been right, dog. Them 11 games that he kept on talking about might really be the true Baker Mayfield. Well, just
Baker Mayfield top 5, man.
No, he ain't top 5. But I mean, all I'm saying is a lot of people wrote this man off. And on the flip side, Kirk Cousins got drafted the same year RG3 did, with RG3 being the starter the rookie year, and everybody expected RG3 to be the best player moving forward. Obviously, RG3 didn't stay healthy. He battled, but I mean, to go from what is a third round pick in Washington.
People wasn't really looking for it like that, honestly.
I was, because I remember watching Kirk in college, and I was like, "Come on, Houston, please take this, man." They didn't, but nonetheless, I mean, it's just, bro. If Kirk Cousins is the guy that everybody should be in life, damn football in life, he kept on taking franchise tags and it made him one of the highest paid players of all time because nobody wanted to sign him long term. Yep. He bid on himself. He got his contract, and he's outperforming 509 yards, 4 touchdowns. I know he had the 1 interception. It was just it was 4th and 15. He just tried to make something happen, and
I think it was a better play by Devante.
Yeah, it was, and I mean, just this game was great. Baker and company came out, and on their first 4 drives, touchdown, field goal, touchdown on the first 4 drives of the game. And Kirk and I was about to say, I was about to say Kirk and the Vikings. Kirk and the Falcons hung in there. They hung in there. Drake London probably had a career day. I haven't seen the stats yet. If it's not by yards, it's most certainly probably catches. He showed up. Mooney dropped a critical pass that would have probably won him the game originally.
He did.
I can't blame him for that though, because he turned around, the ball was already out, and he probably just couldn't find the ball, and it was a perfect pass. And by the time he saw the ball hit him in his hands, which just speaks to how good of a pass it was by Kirk Cousins. It was beautiful.
It was. That was a beautiful pass.
Baker laced one in the back of the end zone between 2 defenders as well. That was hey man, these 2 guys were afterthoughts, and they're showing you under the right coaches and systems they can win. And I'm not Kirk Cousins he's a very, very good quarterback. And it's time we start adjusting numbers to see what numbers are going to be for Hall of Fame players going forward, because it's a pass. And if you start comparing this man numbers to some of the greats, okay. I tell you a guy who was an afterthought to a lot of people too, and Kirk Cousins might be on that pace already, which was Matthew Stafford. Because the day after Matthew Stafford won a ring, everybody was like, he's going to the Hall of Fame.
He did catapult.
It's time we start looking at some of these numbers and seeing where the average is in the next 3 or 4 years before we start saying somebody should go to the Hall. Because if you compare Kirk Cousins' numbers right now, he would go to the Hall of Fame for sure.
That's a fair point. And that's the thing. When people make that argument about numbers, man, it's like a lot of guys have the numbers. They may not have the accolades, but they got the numbers for sure. The numbers definitely speak. So, I mean, fair assessment from DJ Mike. I'm not even going to lie to you. I'm all the same sentiments. Because first and foremost, okay, we got to remember that these were essentially 2 cast-offs, right? Like, people didn't understand, or people didn't know who Kirk Cousins was until that Monday night game where you like that? You like that literally had, gave him his name. And to see what he did, betting on himself, taking off to levels that nobody really ever seen with the Vikings, and then now with the Falcons, being $180 million man, when people was like, yeah, no, Kirk Cousins don't deserve that. 509 yards says he does. Okay. I give you 509 reasons as to why he does fucking deserve it. All right. So, I mean, like coming to a new regime after coming off of what most people would, assume is a career-ending injury, especially, being at the age that he's at, wrong side of 30, having an Achilles injury, that's not something that's easy to come back from. So doing that, like I said, betting on himself, still being one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the league to lead a comeback in a crazy situation against another guy who is looked at as an underdog, a cast off, a write off. You got a lot of people forget, bro. Baker was in Carolina holding bags. In Carolina, this was a former Heisman first round pick, was in Carolina holding bags. Man's got the Bucks. He had the Bucks 3-1. They're now 3-2. Ain't that shit? 2 cast-offs, battling back and forth on a Thursday night.
One of the most sentimental moments of this game, Sterling Shepard, who was Baker's receiver in college, he was another one that was basically cast off, and they brought him up out the practice squad, and he shows up tonight, scores a touchdown. Bucky Irvin, a rookie, starts balling when they need him the most. Rashad White finally had a breakout game and did some damn. I mean, it was Magnificent game. Magnificent game.
I want to commend you for that Sterling Shepard shout out, because a lot of people were like, "Oh, where's Sterling Shepard at? You know, like what happened to him? Blah blah blah." And I'm just like, bro, y'all gotta understand that man that went through 2 non-contact injuries on the same field, virtually at the same spot, only to be cast off and trying to revitalize his career in Atlanta. And it's the same thing for Darnell Mooney, right? Like he was having literally a career year with Justin Fields before he broke his ankle.
Yep.
Come back, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to, you know, earn his name, earn a spot on a team or on a roster, and you know, he gets thrown aside, and to come back and have 2 big touchdowns, right? We understand he had the big drop, but that game time touchdown was him. You know what I'm saying? So like making big catches in big times, like he's been one of Kirk Cousins' favorite targets, right? So like just the guys that are seen or looked at as cast-offs, as guys who other people won't want, there are teams, there are programs out there that are like, yeah, no, we'll take those guys and we'll turn them into gyms. We need those guys. You guys may not want them, but we need those guys because they're going to make us better. And as we can see, it's making these teams a lot better. So
let me ask you a question. I'm gonna probably start doing this after Thursday night games on this show, just because I think it's fun. It'll be fun. How many future Hall of Famers do you think played in this game?
I know 2, 3.
I can guarantee you. I can 100% guarantee you 1. And he showed up tonight and scored for the Bucks as well. So I can 100% sure guarantee you 1. And that guy is from Texas, from Galveston, Texas, and his name is Mike Evans. And he looked like he's already on pace to catch another 1,000-yard season. Would it be his 12th?
Mike Evans was top 10 based off consistency alone. Not even anything else, just based off consistency alone. Everybody said I was crazy. And yeah, Trent, G baby, I'm talking about y'all. Shout out to my boys. I'm talking about y'all niggas, okay? Because y'all said I was crazy. I hope you niggas is watching, because Mike Evans is really like that. But I like that question. I'm not gonna lie to you, because I definitely got Mike Evans. All right. Tristan Wirth for sure.
Mm-hmm.
If Baker won the championship, y'all might as well go ahead and count him, bro.
No.
Y'all know I'm on the Baker Hyatt trade, but okay, I'm serious. No, okay. Vita Vea, I know he's gonna be a Hall of Famer for sure.
If Kirk Cousins wins the championship, y'all might, hey, maybe 5th or 6th ballot, but he might sneak up in there because man, he got the numbers for it.
I'm gonna say Levante. Then I'm gonna go on the Falcons side. If they ever use Kyle Pitts the way he's supposed to be used, he can be a Hall of Famer tight end. I think Jesse Bates. I think the work he puts in his career, he'll get in there. Justin Simmons, Judon, just because.
For sure. I forgot Judon was on the foul. Yeah, for sure.
His tenure at in New England.
So we good. Well, see, Bijan is a tricky one because his numbers right now wouldn't project the Hall of Fame just because he's splitting carries with Tyler Algier.
Exactly. But at the same time, with his talent and his explosiveness, we understand where he could be at if used in a proper system or used right. So I think the jury's still out on him. And virtually the young guys on the team are Drake London, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, those guys like that. But I think for the most part,
think about how young Atlanta's offense really is, dude.
Like outside of Kirk, because a lot of people like to call him old, right? But outside of Kirk, they really do have one of the youngest offenses in the league.
Bijan is in what, his 2nd year?
Mm-hmm.
Algier is in his 4th?
4th, I think 3rd or 4th at most, bro.
Yeah. We all know Drake London is in his 3rd.
3rd. Yeah, 3rd.
Mooney, I think has been in the league on that offense outside of Kirk Cousins, probably the longest. Like Mooney's been here
maybe 5-6 years,
maybe 5 or 6 years because he did start off in Chicago.
Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, hey.
Bro, but when you look at the league, bro, young offenses are starting to seem the way to go, right? Like look at Jaden Daniels in Washington, right? All of those young guys, dog. He got baby CMC over there, the receiver CMC, right? Still you still got Scary Terry, you still got De'Ami Brown, who just got drafted like last year or 2 years ago. Brian Robinson Jr., who's having a resurgence of his career.
Ryan Robinson Jr.
Bro,
Welcome
like,
back.
they're everybody. You got the rookie that's going crazy. They're young as hell, bro. A lot of these teams are relying on their youth, and honestly, I love it. I love it. I couldn't be more happier because it's like you got guys that you know that can play. You got guys that you can insert right now. Why not use them? Don't sit out back on talent. Let these guys let the dogs eat, bro. You gotta let these dogs go. You gotta let them go.
Well, I know one team that just has to let the dogs go, and that's Kansas City. They gotta let Xavier Worthy go now. He has to be the number one. He has to basically be the number one option now. So
you gotta take him off the leash. You have to take him off the leash. But let's get there. Let's get there real quick before we go into our actual steak and potatoes of this whole thing. Let's get there real quick because now Xavier Worthy will be looked at as the true number one. We know that Rashee Rice is dealing with the knee injury. There are doctors that say that it might not be a full-on ACL tear. He may just be dealing with some ligament damage, so we'll see later on down the line. But what do the Chiefs do now? We understand that Travis Kelce is on the decline, right? He's getting a little older, right? They lost a tight end during training camp, so they're really, really thin, right? Can you rely on the rookie to get you there? And the Chiefs are still one of the only undefeated teams.
I think this is where you have to rely on the talent of Patrick Mahomes. Like you're just gonna have to you're gonna have to rely on him being. This is where we're actually going to see is he the successor to Brady? Is he really truly the successor to Brady? Because it didn't matter. You could pull somebody out the stands and Brady would get them the ball. Now we know Patrick Mahomes has been full of talent his whole career. He's had all the talent inside of him, but he's always had stud players too. Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They got Rashee Rice. I mean, like the thing here is, can Patrick Mahomes' talent alone make the players around him better? Travis Kelce was on the decline, but Gronk was on the decline too, and Brady still found a way to get him the ball.
Also true.
I don't know. Here's what I will say. There's a reason why a team in the NFL hasn't three-peated, right? And it's because there's a lot of luck that goes into a three-peat. And I'm not saying you get lucky by winning. You get lucky with health.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that they won 3 in 4 years, just like the Cowboys did in the 90s, it's remarkable because literally for your team to stay healthy for 4 straight years, none of your key guys go down in any of these 4 straight years. It's crazy. And now you get to year 5 where you expecting maybe we can three-peat and we can win 4 rings. And now it's like crap. Well, Travis Kelce's finally hit the backside.
Mm-hmm.
Tyreek Hill is gone.
Mm-hmm.
Rashee Rice, who was a big part last year, now he's gone. Now you have the rookie Xavier Worthy, who can play.
This is true. He can.
But he also doesn't have the pieces around him to supplement his talent either.
That's also true.
Which I know we don't want to get into the meat and potatoes of things, but hey, man, I might start hitting up Vegas. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mark Davis would never be able to step foot outside.
No. Listen. You might. Hey, dog, this is true.
I'm telling you, he can't do that one. Mark Davis will never be able to step foot outside again, dog.
Whoa. But no. I mean, Hey, the Chiefs, one of the who else was undefeated?
Shoot, the Chiefs right now are undefeated, and let me see because I just looked at it. I thought it was
Is Minnesota still undefeated?
yes, Minnesota. That's my other one. Minnesota, the Chiefs in Minnesota with Sam Darnold, man. That boy Samuel, dog.
Another cast off.
Oh my goodness. Ain't that some shit, man? Y'all better watch out for these motherfucking cast-offs, man. They going crazy. Oh Lord. Samuel Darnold. I want y'all to hear me now, okay? Sam Darnold, man. Y'all better stop playing with that boy Sam Darnold. He's putting up points too. All right, man. All right, man. Hey, all I gotta say is fuck
And
okay?
hey, y'all talk a lot. Y'all, I know Sam Darnold been balling things like that, but let me tell you the real secret to Minnesota's success so far this year.
Oh yeah, go ahead and cook. Go ahead and cook.
Bruh. That front four on defense has been cooking. They have been cooking. And there's one unsung hero in the Minnesota Vikings organization right now. This man did not fall off like Green Bay thought he would. This man is averaging 5 yards a carry and going bananas. That man happens to be Mr. Aaron Jones. Step to the front because that play action is going crazy right now in Minnesota. They don't know what to do. Aaron Jones gets his hands on the ball, he running you over, and if he ain't running you over and keep him going, he falling forward. That's what that truck stick forward was back in the day in Madden. It's quite remarkable to see because Dalvin Cook played very well last year for Minnesota. So it's crazy to see you might have downgraded a little bit from quarterback. We don't know as yet because Sam Darnold did have some bad years in other places where they ruined quarterbacks.
Also true.
But I mean, to say that he's just this big step down from Kirk Cousins would be ridiculous. So you might have took a step back at quarterback, but I think Aaron Jones is still a little bit better than what Dalvin Cook was last year. So, and you still got that defense that was cooking last year, and you pair that with Justin Jefferson and a even more consistent run game, man, get out of here, bro. And Jordan Addison, come on. This is team. This is the team. This is the scary.
They are really scary because they got the young boy Naylor over there, Jalen Naylor. I think he's a rookie that Sam Darnold had been connecting up really well with. They got a scary defense. Oh my God, that defense is terrifying. Which all shouts out to yet another guy who was ridiculed, casted away. People didn't even want to really hire him. And Brian Flores. Everybody had this narrative on him, and he was this and he was that, and now he has one of the best defenses in the league.
Move.
That's something.
Move. What I sat right here on this podcast and I said the Dolphins would be crazy to get rid of this man. I literally said, I said, yes, the offense wasn't that good, but the defense in Miami was good under him. Oh my God. You know, I just and
when you write, it's like it's almost like an exhausting feeling. Like, man, this is just y'all would just listen to me.
Your homeboy Picante fought me on it.
He did. He didn't think it was viable, but I mean, hey, when you write, you're right. You come full circle. It comes full circle and it connects. Okay, like 4. All right. So I mean, you can't argue with somebody who's right. But you ready for this quick little pivot real quick?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
All right. So look, check this out. NBA Media Day was kicked off the other day. Right?
Uh-huh.
And of course, we seen, a few players in some new threads. Which player that moved to a new team looks the oddest to you, looks the strangest?
It got to be NBA to NBA because I'm not going to lie. Bronny look kind of wild in a freaking Lakers uniform. I'm just saying, dog.
I'm not even gonna lie. I didn't even think that was coming.
Let me see. Look. I watched the interview. I watched the interview with him and his dad. It was pretty funny. They seem like they have a really good bond. But when Bron trades his ass too, he gonna know the feeling. But let me see. Who looked I think Klay Thompson looked the craziest.
Oh my God. Not Bron for to trade his own son, though. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I think Klay Thompson looks the weirdest and craziest in his new threads.
Yeah, it's the number for me, bro. Like 31?
I think that's what it is too.
I mean, I could have got used to seeing the colors at some point in time, but not that number. 31, Klay.
I haven't. To be fair though, I haven't seen Julius Randle or Karl Anthony Towns in their new threads yet. So, but
that was weird.
I think I don't think it's going to look as crazy for Cat because Minnesota does have blue in their uniforms. But like to see Klay Thompson go from gold and white to damn near all blue, 2 shades of blue and white, it's like when Sean Kemp went to Cleveland. It was just like, what the hell is this and why?
What is going on here? Why do we do this? Why do we do this? Why is this happening? And then that number, Klay, get another number.
Oh.
Right now, I need you to get another number. I need you to get an official number. Did you go 31 because Steph is 30? Is that what that was? A little petty kind of one-up thing?
Wow. Good job, dude. Good. You got a future in this shit because good job.
I'm just saying, like, it kind of seems like that was a little petty kind of thing right there. You feel me? Because that's why Seth did it. Seth went 31 because Steph was already 30, so he tried to like establish his own number, which I can understand because your brother has that number, so you didn't want to, you know what I mean? But Klay, I feel like you had the run of the mill and choices of numbers, and you specifically chose 31 to try to like one up your boy. So like, I ain't gonna lie to you, got to call the friendly after that. Like Steph, you got to see him in the middle of the arena. Now, which arena that is, I don't know, nor do I care. But you do got to see him. You got to see him because ain't no way. You feel me?
Here's
the kid. Can't let that rock.
Here's the scary part about that. I think Klay has the better team right now, and
fortunately, yes.
I don't want to write Steph off, and I don't want to write the Warriors off because time and time again they've proven as long as we got Steph, we're in it. So I don't want to write them off, but it's like when I hate to say it, but it's like when Kevin Durant left and went to Golden State.
Yeah.
And Westbrook was basically left to fend by himself. The first time Kevin Durant came back, we were all like, we know these niggas ain't winning this game. We didn't care how bad we wanted the Thunder to win that game. We know the Thunder ain't winning that game. Russell's gonna ball out, Steven Adams gonna ball out, but as for the rest of the team, no. And for those of you thinking, what about Paul George? Russ won MVP that first year after Kevin Durant left, and Paul George wasn't there yet. Neither was Melo. So
fair point. I just need Draymond to come through on his promise and run through Klay's chest. Now I understand he's brittle. All right, we get it, but it gotta happen. Okay. But
if you don't do it like Kobe in the Olympics to Powell, I don't even care for it.
Yeah, you have to. And it has to be like that because that's your boy. And you got to let him know, like, yeah, I love you, but I'm still going to run through your shit. So you just got to let that be known. Another one that looks weird, though, is Russ in a Nuggets uniform. I never thought I'd see that because that looks very strange.
Well, Russ has had his battles with Boston and Denver over the years with the crowd. So, yes, that's a weird one.
Yeah, I never thought I'd see that. You know what I'm saying? Like I was like, wait a minute, what? That's kind of crazy.
I tell you, somebody that looks perfectly fine in a new uniform is Paul George because it's the same damn colors.
I was gonna say Paul George in a uniform doesn't surprise me at all. It does not move me in, not even a little bit. Looks exactly the same.
Chris Paul looks perfectly fine in San Antonio.
I don't understand why they put him next to that tall ass man. Why did they do that? Because you had to take two separate pictures. Like, you didn't just take one picture. I know you didn't. You took two separate pictures and then put them bitches together because there's no way Wemby tall ass and Chris Paul small ass fit in one frame.
Okay.
To modify it.
Okay. So I knew you're barely younger than me. You're just a little bit younger than me. So I knew you watched Sister growing up.
Absolutely.
Okay. So what I'm thinking here is I want you to follow me. You remember when Roger went to homecoming with the tall ass girl, and when they took the picture, they had him face to face, and they put him on a stool, and they took the shot. I think that's what the hell is going on in that picture.
Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right, DJ. You're right. You're right. Because that's probably what happened.
When I seen that picture, I was like, man, they had to put this nigga on a stool because ain't no way.
Or something. Because ain't no way.
Ain't no way.
Fucking right, dog. Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, no, I think
as you see, they take it from Chris Paul's chest up, and they basically don't show the feet. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cut off like right by his torso. So I'm like, what's really going on here? What's going on here?
And that's what I was thinking. I was confused, bro, because I'm like, Chris Paul ain't never been that tall, bro. Like, he looking kind of on the taller side. What's going on? He normally come up to nigga's stomach, but now he looking like middle torso.
I think Chris Paul was listed at 6'3", but this whole year he been more like 6 foot. So
they know that nigga 5'11". I don't know why they play him.
Yeah, I don't think how the NBA alters heights because apparently it don't matter if you got the skill. Muggsy Bogues, Earl Boykins, Allen Iverson.
Yep.
Chris Paul.
Was a true 6'3". Like a true 6'3".
Allen Iverson was dunking on people when he first came in the league. It's ridiculous. But
absolutely insane. But I got a question for you.
What's up?
Are the Aces in trouble, bro?
Yes. Let me tell you why, though.
Go ahead.
It's not that they're not capable of winning the series, right? But they are in trouble because in the WNBA, unlike the NBA, the first round is how many games? It's a 5-game series. All they have to do is lose one more, which means they got to rattle off 3 in a row. It's very hard in the playoffs to beat a team 3 in a row. Hence why it's very hard. If you look through any sport that plays series, it's hard to sweep somebody in any playoff series. It's very hard. Yeah, sure. Somebody can win 2 in a row, and that is the unfortunate part of baseball's wild card round. It's a 3-game series. My Astros were on the receiving end of the losing on a 3-game series, but you know what? Hey, it is what it is. But
we're gonna talk more baseball next week because my A's just win this year, but it's okay.
You said
we know what my A's is going through. It's okay. They're going through a lot. They're going through a lot of it. It's okay.
But yes, they are most definitely in trouble because I don't see why they're playing. I forgot who the Aces were playing. Good Lord.
They're playing the Liberty right now. It's essentially a final match last year.
New York. Okay, so I think a lot of people also forget for the past 2 seasons, New York has been right there on the cusp of also winning, but they've lost.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people forget how good what's the damn Liberty player from
Brown Stewart or Sabrina Ionescu?
People forget because women's basketball in college has come so far. People forget how cold Breonna Stewart was in college, and it transferred to the WNBA. Sabrina, another one, cold in college, and it transferred to the WNBA. But everybody's been so focused on the past 2 years, especially this year's draft class, because this year's draft class is one of those loaded classes where you had people popping out left and right. But while we're on it, congratulations to Cameron Brink. She did tie the knot. Troy is somewhere crying in the corner.
It was Willie, but it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah. People forget the Liberty have legendary college players on their roster.
Mm-hmm.
And because Breonna Stewart was at Connecticut under Geno, I mean, I shouldn't have to say any more outside of that. She knows what it's going to take to get the job done. She's just they lost to the better team the past two. I think last year they lost to the Aces
Mm-hmm.
in the conference finals,
Mm-hmm.
and then I forgot who they lost to the year before. I think they got bounced in the second round.
Yep, they got bounced in the second round by I want to say it was Seattle.
I think so. But maybe this is New York's year. It could very well be New York's year, and New York is very talented. They are very loaded, and look, I'm excited about the WNBA playoffs. I've never been this excited since the Comets were in Houston and we four-peated. And
legendary. That's a legendary squad right there.
Well, it was a loaded freaking squad when it was what?
It was.
What was it? 10 teams,
legendary.
12 teams, and now they're trying to expand to 16.
Yeah.
Bring back the Comets, So do you think the Aces are in trouble?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, bro, I thought the Aces were in trouble after they went on like a 3-game losing streak in the regular season. I was like, yeah, no, this is a problem. This is a problem. Y'all talked about three-peating, but this is a problem. And even with the resurgence of Chelsea Gray, right, back in the lineup, you're still in trouble. You are still in trouble, dog. I am sorry. And main reason being is Sabrina is on another level right now.
Oh, yeah.
She's on another level right now. Like, her confidence is not even through the roof. It's through the stars, bro. She's pulling from any and everywhere. She's getting her shot off at any and every time. And you got Breonna Stewart literally just enjoying and capitalizing off all the movements and all of the space that is being created because they're sending doubles at Sabrina. And when they're sending doubles at Sabrina, she's able to dump it off to Breonna Stewart. She's able to dump it off to what's her name? To Jacquel Jones. And that's the thing. A lot of people don't talk about Jacquel Jones like she's not a former MVP. Like, we got to think about this. They got, like Michael, they got some dogs over there. And when it comes to roster and the best rosters in the team or in the league, the four best teams are playing right now. The four best teams are playing. The Lynx, the Sun, the Aces, and the Liberty. They all have the four best rosters in the league. And we have to understand why the other series, the Lynx and the Sun, is not it right now. Rightfully so. Lynx got the best shooters in the league right now, and they play top 10 defense.
Mercury.
Mercury. Oh, the Mercury. Sorry.
I get it though. I get it.
But just to give everybody some insight, bro, like that's the reason, bro. That's the reason. Like, they all have the four best rosters in the league, right? And like, you got with the Aces, yes, they have a good roster. Yes, they are coming off a 2-peat. Yes, you have the reigning MVP on your team. I just think you're going to need more than that. I think this year, this New York team, they're coming with a different kind of hunger. They're coming with a different kind of swag. You've seen Sabrina INSQ, her and Spike going back and forth talking shit. Yeah. Spike, like, I like that. Sabrina, you like that? Yeah, I like that. You feel me? When you get Spike turned up at a game, and we got to understand something. Spike always goes, he supports everything New York. He's New York through and through. Okay, so this is the first time he's been at a WNBA New York Liberty game. He was there last year during the conference finals as well. But when you got Spike talking to the players, going back and forth with the Breonna Stewart, with the Jacquel Jones, with the Sabrina, bro, it's a different level. You know what I'm saying? Sabrina talking to the crowd. You know what I'm saying? She flexing. It's different. And I just feel like, to me, they got the Aces number and they've had it for a while, because even in the regular season, when you've seen this series go back and forth, but the Liberty ultimately end up winning, it's like they make key plays in key moments, and they know how to control, not shut down, but they know how to control the others through spacing and defense. And I think that's the most scary part, because you have inconsistent games from Kelsey Plum, right? You got up and down games from Jackie Young. You got up and down games from Chelsea Gray. The only person who you really ever get consistency from is Alicia Clark. But she's getting up there in age, so you can't necessarily rely on her. So it seems like you're only trying to rely on your MVP, and then you're trying to insert Mia Stokes into the lineup, and it's just there's a lot going on. They're trying to find something different from somewhere else, from another angle, and it's not coming, because if it does come, New York just punches back from something from their different angle, and it's just like you don't have the firepower yet. This is the reason why I said y'all should have kept Dejanay Fair on your team. Third leading scorer in the NCAA at that time, coming out of Syracuse. You need that. You need somebody like that who can just get a bucket.
You know, while we're talking about people getting buckets, I'm gonna deviate a little bit away from Vegas Liberty to talk about another WNBA team that is near and dear to my heart, because one of my favorite WNBA players that is a stud plays for one of the absolute worst teams in the WNBA, and I am begging anybody to trade for Arike. Somebody go save her in Dallas.
Oh my God, please.
It's too ridiculous
right now.
No, it's ridiculous. Somebody go save her, please. If Camilla doesn't want to be with Angel Reese no more, put it there. Trade Camilla Cardoso and put it there, or trade Angel Reese and put it there with Camilla Cardoso. I don't know. Do something. Arike is being wasted away in Dallas.
DJ, I almost cried, bro. I almost cried. Live on air, I almost cried, bro, because I've never felt sentiments like that, bro. I swear, I need Arike. I need her somewhere, bro. I don't miss Ogumbole.
Bro, literally, she's the second best scorer / player in the NBA. Like, this is y'all can only win 9 games. What are y'all doing?
I need something. I need something to shake.
You know, this is not a thing where it's like somebody has to score all the points on a bad team. This is somebody that's won MVP, and she's only been in the league 5 years. This is the same girl that hit the game-winning shot in the NCAA, and Kobe came out to greet her. Like, this is dumb. It's dumb.
Every time I hear her name, I just want to cry, bro, because why are they doing my girl like that? Why? There's no way. There's no way that should be acceptable, bro. There's no way that should be acceptable, dog. I don't care. Like, the way that woman handles the rock, and not only that, but scores, bro. And not to mention, y'all do not use freaking Jules Lloyd nowhere near y'all supposed to. Nowhere near they're supposed to in Seattle. So I'm just like, can I get a team up tandem or something? Can I get a team up? Can I know they don't like the super team narrative in the WNBA, but fuck that. Can I get a super team?
All the top teams are super. The top 4 teams are super teams.
And they hate that narrative, and I don't understand why, bro.
They're college superstars that are all on the same teams.
That's why I'm like, bro, you guys are a literal super team, but it's like y'all got the ways to make everything work to where y'all can build championships and where y'all can build the brand up. Like, the NBA exploded. As much as niggas try to sit up here and try to, I hate super teams, they ruined the game. The NBA exploded when the super teams happened, bro. When LeBron James, D-Wade, and Chris Bosh linked up and they did that fucking weird-ass show and, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 5. Nigga, that shit turned the NBA up tenfold because everybody tried to mimic what they were doing after that. Take notes. Like, take notes, bro. Y'all need to be. I know, and I know what it looks like, right? I know what it sounds like, but y'all need to start constructing. We need to see these ladies get to shifting and moving a little bit like that, especially with them expanding, right? You got the Valkyrie coming next year already. They're coming in hot, right? With the new talent that's coming in from the young college stars, with another team that's coming in Toronto, and I think in 2028, like, It's picking up. It's picking up, and sooner or later, the fans are going to start to demand certain players to be playing together. Like we want to see these people on the court together at all times. Like this is what's bringing the money in. This is what's bringing the traction in. We want to see these guys. We want to see these girls on the court right now, just like they want to see the guys on the court, right? Oh, we want to see the LeBrons and D Wades. We want to see the KDs and the Stephs, right? We want to see the Shaq and the Kobe's. Well, be prepared, ladies, because it's going to happen in y'all league as well. They're going to want to see the Enrique's and the Asia Wilsons. They're going to want to see that.
Oh my God! Please no.
That's dangerous.
Please no. We want to see shit like that, but we don't want to see it to that extent.
Bruh, that's dangerous as all hell. Like that's the shit that fans are gonna want to see. Like, and they're gonna want to be like, yeah, bro. Like the WNBA is turned up once you get Cameron Brink back, right? Juju comes into the league, right? Hannah Hidalgo comes into the league, bro. Like it's going to be another. Paige Beckers comes into the league. It's going to be a whole nother level. It's literally going to be a whole nother level. And people are going to want to start to see these girls team up with other girls. So, hey, we want y'all to win as many championships as y'all can. Because we want to see it, right? To be able to put something out there that the fans want to see, that they're bringing out, that they're calling more for, it's going to be next level, bro. And I love basketball, bro. I love WNBA basketball. I love basketball, bro. It's great. Like leading into the NBA season, basketball is we're reaching new levels here.
Coming off from the amazing, well, I'm gonna say it like this. Coming off the amazing performance from Steph to close out the Olympics to the WNBA season being as good as it is, and leading into the NBA, man, I hate to say it. I hate to say this, but if Anthony Edwards ain't playing basketball, I'm probably not going to watch the NBA. If Anthony Edwards ain't on TV, I'm probably not going to watch. I lied. If Jalen Brunson and company is on TV, I'll watch that too. But
that's a good watch. That's a good watch.
All these teams are trying to do exactly what Golden State did. And it's very annoying. Like, I don't watch the NBA as much as I used to. I'll maybe watch for like 2 quarters and be like, all they're going to do is shoot threes. Next.
Yep. Kind of turn that off.
Oh, all they're going to do is give the ball to the big man and let him try and cross up whoever he's playing. Like he's a freaking guard. He ain't backing down. He ain't dunking. Next. Oh, the big man wants to only shoot threes and be known as the best 3-point shooter to ever hit the NBA. I don't care if you – next. Because you're not, because Dirk Nowitzki still existed. I don't care if you make more threes. It don't make you a better scorer. It don't make you like. Oh, it's not. I can't watch uncompetitive basketball.
That's fair. I like that, and I think the trajectory of where the league's going, right? I think we're getting back to that competitive side, right? We're getting back to everybody kind of just staying in their respective markets, staying in their respective lanes, right? I know I said I wanted to see the super teams in WNBA because we've seen it in the NBA, but I think that tradition, or I think that ship has sailed, and now they're back to all right, fuck the teaming up, fuck all this other extra bullshit. Let's just, you feel me? Let's just play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like we gonna play basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like we're gonna get back to the competitive shit. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the Warriors are gonna win this year. Oh, the Heat are gonna win this year. Oh, the Celtics are gonna win this year, because even the Celtics, as good as they are, they're still vulnerable. Like they can be had. It's not that's not an automatic W for them. You know what I'm saying? So like I think it's starting to swing back into that mode, and I think we're going to start to see a lot more competitive basketball, a lot more people start to go at each other that you would have really expected.
I think the age gap is finally starting to dissipate some.
That's a good point.
I think it because at one point the league was full of veterans and they were trying to push the veterans out and get young talent in, looking for they're looking for the new franchise. And it normally happens when one decade is going out and another decade is going in. It just so happened that going from the 80s into the 90s into the 2000s, we were so spoiled along the way because they kept a lot of veteran players around that were superstars in their day, and then they could finally take a back seat and be the second or third option on championship teams, like guys like Antoine Walker. You can even say Shaq on that Miami team.
Honestly,
Charles Barkley even tried to take a backseat to win a championship with Scottie Pippen when they came to Houston. Yep. We were spoiled because we had Magic and Larry fade out right at a time where Jordan, Drexler, Hakeem, Sampson, all these guys were young. Then you had another wave with Shaq, Penny, Reggie. You had all these guys coming. Like the stars were rolling in, but they were allowed to wait 2 or 3 years, most of them, before they became the top star on their team. But I mean, not Drexler. Drexler had to come in and just be the guy, and because Perkins didn't work out. But Perkins was still a very good player. I don't want to knock him in any kind of way.
Absolutely.
It just sucks that you would take it before Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But I think once the age gap started getting to where you expect 19-year-old college superstars to come in and be your franchise guy because you had been tanking for so long, you didn't build up a team and then try to trade for an up-and-coming guy. Hence why I would just like to put this out there. Oklahoma City is so good because a lot of people forget they didn't draft SGA. The Clippers did.
Yes,
and then he got traded for Paul George.
Yes, sir. That is true.
And then they were like, okay, SGA is a star. We know you're a star, but don't feel the pressure to be that guy right now. We're going to take time, build this up. OKC had a couple of veterans on their team for some years, and then they get Chet, and then more of the veterans start to phase out, and now they're a young team with a strong core because they were allowed to be built like that.
Yep.
Now you're seeing the young cores evolve because let's be serious. The gap between LeBron, D-Wade, Jimmy Butler, Chris Paul, and Steph Curry. I mean, LeBron might have came in 2003, but Steph Curry is only 2 or 3 years younger than him.
Yep.
So in all reality, so it's just like I just think that the age gap is finally starting to go away, and now you're going to see those guys that are 5-6 year players that are 25, 20, like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, 25, 26. They're becoming the stars of the team, and your stars or your role players from yesteryears are becoming the locker room leaders that they need to be by their side to push them into how to carry themselves and how to lead a team. So they're getting more mature as the timing is right, where a lot of these older guys are starting to fizzle out, but they still have enough around to be like, hey, this, and this. This is exactly why Miami is going to be good for years to come, because they still have Jimmy Butler, the star player, but they also have Jimmy Butler, the guy who's willing to not be the star every night and take a back seat and let these young boys shine. They're going to be good. They're going to be good.
This is true. And I think a lot of people are sleep on Miami, main reason being is because they feel like Jimmy's old. They feel like, they don't have any guys that jump off or leap off paper like that. But I feel like Miami is one of the teams you can never count out. Like the culture there, the coaching there, the players, the personnel that they bring in, you can never truly count those guys out because they play with so much grit. They play with so much grind that it's always go time for them. So when it comes to just the different outlook on teams and how competitive the league is going to be, I think we're in for, just like I said, for this year's football season, I think we're in for a wild ride. I don't think that a lot of the stuff was guaranteed, or a lot of the teams that were guaranteed a spot, are going to get there, right? I think it's going to be a lot of shaking of the proverbial room when we get to the true turning point or the true climax of the NBA season, when you look and your favorite team ain't there. Some people surprised that their favorite team is there, right? So just understanding the dynamic of basketball and how we looking at it and how competitive it's getting, both in the WNBA and in the NBA, right? I'm excited. Shoot, this is a time. What a Future and Drake say? What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. A time to be alive where the WNBA is more competitive than the NBA.
Ain't that some shiznai right there, man?
And I need coaches to develop structure again. This is why Miami is so hard to beat. They actually have a structured offense. This is not a pass. Oh, look, he's open at the 3 and shoot. This is we got a plan. Whatever you give us, we're going to take. You want to keep shooting all these volume 3s? Okay, go ahead. But we're going to hit them when it matters.
Yep. Because y'all not going to be able to make that all game. We'll take that. We'll live and die by that, because at some point in time, you niggas going to go cold and we're going to start to heat up. And it happens like that every single time. They are very methodical and very meticulous on how they play.
I would love for everybody on here to go back and listen to what Kobe said when he was on All the Smoke podcast. He was like, these guys, when I watch them play, they play accidental basketball.
Mm-hmm.
And any team out there right now that plays accidental basketball, any Lakers team that I was on would shred them to pieces. Okay. Point taken. Said, all right, I'm going to heat by those words and go look. And when I went and looked, I was like, they have no plays.
Mm-hmm.
It's one person dribbling, pass until the defense misses a rotation, and hopefully somebody gets open from 3. If not, go to the basket because you're going to get a foul call.
Yep, because you're going to get fouled.
It's annoying.
That simple. It's that simple. So I mean, we're in for some craziness coming up within the next few months. So just keep a lookout, man. Y'all better be ready, because the sports world is going to turn up. Baseball, it's officially Rocktober, Croptober, however the fuck you want to say it. But we here and we lit. Okay,
give me like 10 seconds.
You good? Take your time. The playoffs are here. As DJ was talking about earlier, his Astros unfortunately fell succumb to the wicked 3-game playoff that is the baseball wild card. As you know, my A's are going through it right now, both on the field and off the field. All right, John Fisher is a complete idiot, so he's doing a lot of things that the fans and that the players probably don't agree with either. So there is that aspect. So we will get into a little more baseball later on. Later on next week, because we will have our baseball show next week, because like I said, Rocktober is here, and we got to talk about a lot of the baseball that's happening right now in the world. And before we start to wind down a little bit,
I needed my energy drink.
We had a little shakeup in the sports world yesterday. Devante Adams has officially requested a trade from the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, everybody knows I'm the resident Raider fan. I get it. I understand. And I've been trying to put this rumor off for the longest time. Okay, I get it. But I will say this, Josh McDaniels, it is forever and always fuck you, because you ruined my team. You ruined my team. You gutted and ruined my fucking team, and you did it on purpose. You did it on fucking purpose. Like, I don't know what motive you had to come to the Raiders and specifically ruin the Raiders, but you did it on purpose, okay? Now Devante wants to leave. Now Josh Jacobs is gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think of a time, like every single time after a Raider game, bro, I cry myself to sleep thinking about what could have been, right? Like, what if Henry Ruggs doesn't get in that accident? What if Derek Carr don't leave? All right. What if they don't gut the O-line, right? What if Josh McDaniels wasn't a dumbass? I just be thinking of these things, bro. I be thinking of these things, and I end up crying myself to sleep because I be thinking, like, damn, we really could have probably had Devante, Henry Ruggs. We still could have Josh Jacobs with that bum-ass, non-vision having ass nigga Zamir White. Yes, I'm on your line. You weak-ass nigga, because why can't you see anything? You feel me? With a defense of Max Crosby, Jack Jones. I know my boy Epps just tore his ACL, so we're hoping for him to get back. But the young boy Palomar stepped up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just be thinking, like, what could have been. And unfortunately, here we are, where my boy wanted to leave his hometown team because he's so frustrated that he can't possibly deal with it. So my question to you, DJ, he has 2 spots in mind. I know a lot of people are speculating from other spots, but he has 2 spots in mind. New York, of course, with his boy Aaron Rodgers. And New Orleans. What do you think? What's his boy Derek Carr? You're absolutely right. Yes.
Well, first I want to point out the death of the Raiders franchise started with John Gruden. I just John Gruden coming back and taking over was and John Gruden was good for the little bit of time he had, but all that shit came crashing down.
I say the same thing all the time.
And so John Gruden and then Josh McDaniels just buried the coffin. Like he just buried the coffin. I would probably say I'd probably say the Saints would be higher on his list.
If he was smart, that's where he would go.
But oh man, it's so tough because I think the Saints should be higher on his list. Let me say that on his list. Derek Carr is not coming off an injury.
Our receivers don't like to block, bro. Everybody can't be the Niners receivers.
Receivers are divas, man.
You're true. That's right. We don't have to send him wherever he wants to go. But and that's the reason why I don't think that's the reason why I don't think that he's gonna go to, the Steelers or the Ravens. I think he probably ends up going back with one of his homies that he feels like he can win with. But like I said, that's just me.
See, I mean, they're not going to cut him.
Yeah, no, absolutely not.
They're going to trade him, and I don't know if somebody's going to give him the trade value they want in return. At least not.
I mean, we're only asking for a second, though.
I mean, for sure. I know the Saints ain't going to give him what the. I don't know what the asking price is, but I mean, I think New York has a couple of pieces that would do okay over in Vegas, especially if you want to replace him as a receiver. You can probably get Alan Lazard and a couple of other players to get.
That was a projected projected scenario.
But I mean, man, I don't. He wants to go to the Jets. He wants to go to or the Saints because he wants to link back up with his boys. I personally don't. I think the Saints should be higher on his list because I think he'll fit in with the Saints more. But that's a very interesting one.
I like that. I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't be mad at that at all.
But that boy could. Yeah. I don't think whatchamacallit is going to be willing to do that either.
Haters, bro. They freaking took Penix from us in the first place when they wasn't even fucking supposed to. Raheem Morris, you owe me a fucking quarterback, bro. You owe me a quarterback.
I think Devante Adams is going to end up in the AFC South.
Really?
Because it just seems that's what, like, it somehow, some way, the Colts always get players. The Colts or the Titans always get these players that are on the wrong side of their prime and starting to. And I'm not saying Devante Adams is going to start to decline this year. I'm just saying he's on the wrong side of his prime now. He's on, so he's on the back side of his prime.
That's the first segment, though.
I really hate to say it like this, but the AFC South is where a lot of players go to die, especially New England Patriots. Especially New England Patriots. And I'm speaking the truth because my team is in the AFC South. And if I was Vegas, just to be petty, I would trade his ass to the Giants.
I would fucking cry. But at the same time, if we trade him to the Giants, I need Brian Burns back. I don't care.
Just to be petty, I trade him to the Giants. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just to be petty.
Like, that's where I'm at as a Raider fan right now, okay? I know a lot of people were expecting me to be hurt, and oh my God, no. If we're trading him, John, I fuck a second. Give me something viable back, okay? Because we're losing something viable, all right? That's somebody who's an automatic double team, okay? So I need somebody else who's an automatic double team, whether they're on the defensive side of the ball or the offensive side of the ball. Hassan Reddick has literally averaged 11-plus sacks for the past 4 years. The Jets don't want to pay him. Why? I don't fucking know. You probably think that they would, considering they lost Jermaine Johnson for the year. But hey, do what the fuck y'all do. I'm not the GM. If y'all want DA, you got to give us Hassan, bro. I'll take Hassan and I'll take DJ Reed off your hands, and we'll take the young quarterback from Florida State that y'all stole from us when we were supposed to draft him, Jordan Travis.
Sauce. Oh yeah.
I would, but I just know Robert Salas is gonna fight everybody in the building just to not let that man leave. I just know it. That's the reason why I didn't even say it, because I know he's not letting him out the building. The same thing with the left tackle. It's like he's not letting that man out the building.
I really do think the best fit for him would literally be Kansas City, but they ain't got nobody to give up to trade.
And I'm telling you, Mark Davis would never be able to step outside. He would never be able to step outside. You cannot deal with a division rival, bro. They would snatch his toupee before he even got to the parking lot. Toupee gone.
Even if Xavier Worthy and a pick was involved in that?
I'm trying to tell you, bro. They would snatch that man. They would have that man wig, bro. I'm trying to tell you. It would not be good in the hood. He would not be able to come back to the hood, bro. I'm telling you. They do not care. I'm not even. That's true. At that point, I don't even think that they're rocking with it. I just think that they hear Chiefs. As a Raider fan, they hear Chiefs and they're like, hell no. Get that team away from. I don't even if it's like with Chris Jones, George Karlaftis, and Xavier Worthy.
The Raiders would rather keep him and suck before they ever trade him.
Bro, I swear. Trust me. I know how it sounds, but bro, I promise you, they would not let that man breathe. Ever. They would probably dig Al Davis up and put him in front of his goddamn house. Like, there's no fucking way you did this.
I'd also think a team where he would fit in like easily, but they'd have to give up some stuff too, is probably Denver.
That's a fair point.
I think he'd fit well in Denver, but I mean, you're not going anywhere with Bo Nix as your quarterback, at least not yet.
I wouldn't trust Bo Nix. I ain't gonna lie to you. I wouldn't trust Bo Nix with a quarter in a goddamn ocean. Okay, that's all I gotta say about that. But
in all seriousness, I think he's going to end up either in Tennessee or Indianapolis. I think that's where he end up.
Tennessee, where receivers go to die.
Yes. Andre did it. Hopkins did it.
Andre did it. D-Hop did it. Who was asking for a trade, actually? That's actually, he actually asked for a trade as well. But
who did?
D-Hop actually asked for a trade.
You can't come back here. You understand that? We got Nico, we got Tank, and we got. You can't come back here.
Y'all want D-Hop back, man? What?
Hey, say, brother, it is nothing personal against you, but we too stacked to get another receiver that still thinks they are the shit. I'm sorry. You can't. We already got to deal with Stephon Diggs and his shit out here in Houston. So for those of you that did not see my my crossover last night.
Oh, go ahead, kick it.
Let me tell you something, okay? Oh, the crossover last night was yesterday was National Custodian Day. So in honor of National Custodian Day, our crossover will be based on the premise of things that custodians do day to day. Right? So we're going with number 5. Mariano Rivera, the buffer guy, the cleanup guy, most saves by any baseball player ever. He's the guy that sits down all day as the lead, and then when everybody goes, because he's the only one that knows how to use the buffer machine, gets his ass on the buffer machine and takes all the glory for the floors looking good. Mariano Rivera sat his ass on the sideline for 7.5 innings and then came in after the Yankees were up, and then it was called a freaking save. When no. That's not how it works. You just help close the game out. We already, CC Sabathia and them boys in front of you already did all the work. It was your job to come in and relieve them so they don't get hurt and they don't go into too many innings. Granted, Rivera's a Hall of Famer because he did have some games where, he had to come through in the clutch and remind some people, hey, I'll start in the 5th and I'm going to close this game out. Nobody else is going to get a hit. So
that's true.
Number 4, Tom Brady. This one is easy. Why? He mops up the competition. Number 3, Steph Curry. Why? He gets buckets like the custodian shooting a piece of paper in a trash can. Back in my day, we screamed Kobe.
This is true.
These days, they scream Curry. Number 2, Dennis Rodman. Does this need to be explained?
Not even remotely. Not even remotely.
I didn't think so. And number 1, the team that reminds me most of National Custodian Day, or the player that reminds me most of National Custodian Day, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. Because every year in the playoffs, they remind me of the trash that gets thrown out.
I love that.
There it is. So guess what? Here I am to tell you, Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys, he ain't coming there. I don't care how much you scream, how much you shout, how much you clamor for it. It ain't happening. It's not going to happen. Not even a little bit.
Oh, I love that take. I absolutely love that take. Absolutely. Because, fuck the Cowboys, man. What the fuck?
Straight up.
I heard somebody say this, right? Somebody was like, if we get Devante Adams, it's going to change around our whole season. I said, so does that mean Devante going to play defense? Because y'all can't stop the run for shit. I have 3 linemen that are starting that are bottom of the league in run percentage stoppage. Your pass rusher, your number 1 pass rusher that's supposed to be on the team or supposed to be your number 1 pass rusher, guess what? He hasn't generated not 1 sack all season.
You know what's crazy? I'm happy you brought this up because I want to bring something up. You brought up defense. I'm going to bring up offense. Y'all in Dallas in that offense, y'all are living like how y'all live on them damn championships from the 90s. Your great-ass offensive line that was there in the late 2000s and early 20s, they ain't there no more. Maybe you should start by rebuilding your offensive line again because that's what made you relevant for the first time ever again in the 2000s. Start there and work your way up again.
Hey, I don't doubt that at all. Y'all trying to build with defense, trying to build with the running back who, I mean, you drafted somebody who's 5'9", or not even 5'9", who's 5'3", okay? Because I got to give my 5'9" niggas look 6 foot to him. You drafted Rico Dowell, who I ain't gonna lie to you, he couldn't see his way out of a goddamn parking lot, and then you brought back Zeke. That's not helping your run game whatsoever. And then you paid Dak again, which I don't know why, but okay.
Made no sense. Should have let him walk, but
I'm like, I don't understand why you did that, but all right. And then your defensive line is legitimately ass. Like, you can literally run a toddler through the defensive line, and nobody's going to stop you.
And here's what's even worse: your top defensive back was never a stud. He gave up the most yards in the NFL in 2 consecutive seasons. All he did was catch a lot of interceptions because he was a receiver in college.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. You know what? I don't want to make the show about tearing Dallas to shreds. Here's the bottom line. Here's the bottom line. Washington might do the unthinkable and pull off this division because I don't see the Cowboys winning the division, and Philadelphia is a little shaky, baby.
Philadelphia got to get rid of Nick Sirianni before they do anything. because I don't think him and Jalen Hurts are getting along at all. I don't think they like each other, not one bit. Or I don't think Jalen Hurts likes Sirianni. I don't think Sirianni really cares about anything other than flexing his muscles every time he wins a game. But I don't think Jalen Hurts likes that at all. I think
bring back the chipper.
Yeah,
bring back the chipper. Go get Chip Kelly again. Bring him back.
Either that, or you make somebody else the head coach, because that, and I'm telling you, that relationship is not going well. They do not like each other. I do not think that likes him.
At one point, when Chip Kelly inherited the Eagles, wasn't Michael Vick still the starting quarterback? And he did a little bit of wonders with Michael Vick. Imagine what he could do with a young Jalen Hurts right now, bro.
The only difference is I don't think Chip wants to leave college no more.
No, he doesn't.
I think he's set where he's at, and he's like, yeah, fuck you niggas. I ain't even gonna lie to you. But I think with the Eagles, here's the problem with the Eagles, right? First and foremost, the defense is ass. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, your defense sucks. Your defense fucking sucks. It is what it is. Okay. Your defense was supposed to be good. You went to go get Devin White, you brought back CJ Gardner Johnson. Y'all still suck. I don't know what the fuck it is. Y'all, I don't know what y'all gotta do, but you guys are ass. It is what it is. Your offense is not good. Well, main reason being is because it looks discombobulated, but that's understandable considering who you have calling plays. Kellen Moore. That's what he does. It's all over the fucking place. He either wants to run the ball heavy or wants to put the ball in the air heavy. It's never
for the life of me, I don't understand how Kellen Moore still has an NFL job.
I just don't understand.
I don't understand.
I've been saying this since 2016, bro. There's never any consistency. He had motherfuckers calling Austin Eckler and Justin Herbert the best quarterback and running back in the league for putting up crazy numbers, but didn't amount to anything. It only amounted to both them boys get hurt.
What I said about the Chargers.
Like, come on, bro. Like, it's insane to me how he still is being looked at as a top coordinator, and it's like Saquon hasn't been the explosive number one back that we expected to see. All your receivers are fucking hurt right now. So, like, you throw into a whole bunch of backyard boogie niggas. Like, I mean,
Devante's hurt right now, right? He's out.
Devante's out. AJ Brown's out. At this point, bro, they might as well call me and have me in there running routes, dog. Because
I'm not even gonna lie to you. You're hitting the nail on the head here, because just as much as we said how hard it is to three-peat, it's just as hard to get to 2 Super Bowls in a row.
Mm-hmm.
I know some people might point to Buffalo in the 90s. That is the anomaly. They didn't win a single championship but got there 4 years. You know how lucky you have to be to get to a Super Bowl 4 years in a row? And you know how unlucky you have to be to not win a single one?
God damn, that's unfortunate. Oh, my God. Every time I think about that, I just feel like, yeah, y'all are cursed. Y'all have to move.
Jim Kelly is like an afterthought when it comes to Hall of Fame quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Jim Kelly was a freaking monster.
Quarterback. He was disgusting. You guys have to – Buffalo, you have to move, okay? I don't know if – well, maybe you don't have to move, okay? You just change your name. Change your name, maybe change the colors, okay? That team was fire, okay? No. That team was fire, okay? Every single year that they made it, that team was gas. The problem is you have to move. You have to get out of Buffalo. Change the name, change the color. I don't know. You cannot be in Buffalo or play under the Buffalo moniker anymore. I think after the third time y'all lost, y'all should have been like, bro, something got to shake, because we got the team, we got the coaches, we got everything we need.
But it's cursed.
How is this happening year after year after year after year? Yeah, no, you're cursed. You are cursed. And then it continued because y'all lost the game to the Chiefs in 13 seconds, the year that y'all could have. Cursed. You're cursed. You have to get out of Buffalo, okay? You have to get out of Buffalo. The city is cursed. The stadium is cursed. The colors, I don't know. The name, I don't know, bro. But y'all,
right. No. It can't be the stadium, because the Super Bowl is played in neutral ground. So it definitely can't be the stadium.
Definitely can't be the stadium. That's crazy. It got to be the name. It got to be the name. It has to be the name or the colors. Because I refuse to believe the football gods hated y'all that much, bro. Like, I refuse to believe they hated y'all that much, bro. Because
I really want to ask every single one of them from that 90s team, which one of y'all sold? Because this is ridiculous.
I swear, like, who did it? Whose fault is it? And why did the football guys take it out on y'all? Because they hate you niggas. They hated y'all. I've never seen football guys hate niggas so bad. But
you know what? Maybe the movie The Replacements has a good idea on why Noah would miss that kick. He probably owed some people that are like, you gonna throw this game or we're gonna throw away your life. The
crazy part about it is that kick literally changed the whole trajectory of everything, bro. Like, and that's why I'm like, bro, who paid you niggas? Something had to happen because 4 times in a row. Oh my god, 4 times something had to shake. They must have told Phil that they give him the cure or something like that. We'll give you the cure to cancer, bro. You throw the game.
Some people get to a Super Bowl once in their whole career and lose, and it's gut wrenching. Can you imagine getting their time, bro? I couldn't go through the pain 4 times. Something got to shake.
4 times, like 4 times, and it's crazy because. The starting quarterback was dealing with a disease or something. Like, bro, do you know how? I ain't gonna lie to you. I commend y'all willpower first and foremost. I do shout out to y'all willpower for.
Shout out to y'all coach.
That too, because 4 times. I'm trying to tell you, the city would have been an island because there ain't no way I'm losing twice and. Nothing's done about this? Nah, bro. We got to change. The colors got to change. Something has to shake, bro. We got to change the logo. Something. Okay? But because we can't do this no more.
Mood. You know what? You make a good point. Because what's the definition of insanity?
Bro, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different outcome. And I know you niggas was insane because y'all did it 4 times. And y'all lost. 3 times to the same team? Y'all gifted the Cowboys 2 of their rings, which I'll never forgive y'all for because y'all single-handedly caused this bullshit that we got to deal with every single day now. Even when it's not football season, these dumbass Cowboy fans, it's our year. It's our year. You remember what we did in the 90s to the Bills? Shut up, bro. Shut up. We're tired of hearing you niggas. It's not your year, okay? Like, it wasn't your year then. They just gave it to you.
They lost to the Giants. They lost to the Cowboys. Who else? They lose to, are they the team that lost to the Redskins? Oh man,
bro, they went there so many times, lost to every fucking body, bro. Like, shit, man, y'all was losing the AFC teams in the damn Super Bowl, bro. That's how bad it was. I'm sorry. All right, let me. All right, now look, we gonna get
Super Bowls, man. That's yeah, that's it, bro. New York, Washington, Dallas.
Oh my gosh, I can't, bro. I'm sorry, but like,
the Redskins a Super Bowl.
Y'all gave the Skins a Super Bowl, gang. Like,
no disrespect to the Redskins. Oh my god. I can't stand it.
Oh my!
You know what?
That's insane.
I don't want Dallas to have no more play time.
Yeah, because they're gonna hear this and they're gonna think that the show about us. We're so no, fuck y'all. Now
y'all low key Dallas fans. No, we're not.
No, we're not. No, we're not. Don't do that. Now before we get up out of here, we're gonna take a little serious moment to say rest in peace to a few sports greats. Okay. First and foremost being the Dikembe Mutombo. Now, we did talk about him a little bit on Monday's basketball show. Shout out to Basket to Basket, right? The boys, Troy, my boy Boo Wop, you know what I'm saying? Ex-partner right here, DJ Micah B. But he always is welcome on the show, so don't even think about getting it fucked up. All right, but look, we talked a little bit about Dikembe on the show Monday, and just to talk about the kind of person that he was, not just a basketball player, but the literal person, the humanitarian that he was, the activist that he was, for not only on his own soil in Africa where he was born, but in the new soil to where he newly called his home. So big shouts out to Dikembe, Mr. Fingerwave himself, legitimately put a staple on defense in a league where a lot of people didn't really focus on defense. It was a lot of offensive centric game, and he comes in and really has everybody turned up and really focused and really excited about defense and about playing defense just for a simple celebration, So DJ Michael B, I know you missed the show on Monday, so go ahead and give us your thoughts on Dikembe.
Dikembe Mutombo, man. The number one thing that comes to my mind when I think about Dikembe Mutombo is not him as the basketball player. It's him and what he did for DRC while he was playing and after. That man spent most of his money getting water being brought to where he grew up and throughout the Republic of Congo. He opened hospitals in DRC and paid the hospital staff out of his own pocket. He sent so many people to nursing school to be able to go and come back and take care of their people. He's just an amazing person. If I was to speak on him as a basketball player, one of the all-time greats.
Mm-hmm.
One of the few players that made the Hall of Fame on the strength of defense. And he's part of two very historical teams that two of my very favorite historical teams. He was part of that 2001 Philadelphia 76ers team. But more importantly, Dikembe Mutombo was the anchor of the first number 8 to ever be the number 1 team in the NBA playoffs when he played with the Denver Nuggets.
Factual.
And they knocked off, what was that, Sean Kemp and Gary Payton?
Sean Kemp and Gary Payton, supersonic, man.
Matter of fact, he broke the fucking team up because they traded Sean Kemp right after that. Yeah, man, but that's a 56, 57. I remember him playing in Houston. Yao Ming goes down. He had to come back and be the starting center for the playoffs, and we get to the second round. He played very well against the Lakers his last year in Houston in that seven game series where the Lakers eventually won and beat Boston in the championship. But man, just you hear it, you hear the humility in his voice when he talks in his Hall of Fame, when he speaks in his Hall of Fame speech. You hear when he was an ambassador, he got a medal from the president for his efforts in Congo. This dude was we could talk about a basketball player all we want to, but that great father, great family man, great person. And I'm sure he will be missing. I would also like to say cancer fucking sucks.
Fuck cancer. I definitely reiterate those statements. And just to throw out, a little age here, right? Like when that 2006ers team went to the finals, all right, you wasn't stopping me on NBA Live with the Sixers, okay? I was cooking you with AI, okay? Eric Snow, if you know, you know. All right.
Aaron McKee. Don't play
Aaron McKee. Niggas don't know about Aaron McKee, man. You feel me? A young Andre Iguodala, all right? And Dikembe, Mount Mutombo, all right? I was cooking niggas, okay? Look, shout out to Dikembe, man. Literally brought a different kind of fandom to the game of basketball. And like DJ Michael B said, his humanitarianism, what he did for his country, what he did for this country, it's unmeasured, it's unmatched just because of the type of person he is. Like a lot of people say, big man, but even bigger heart. And I think for him, it doesn't get any better than that just because of the type of person that he was. But we had another one that was really shocking, and I know a lot of people were especially hurt by this one, especially in the baseball world. Like I said, we'll probably get into it a little bit more next week. But Pete Rose, another legend, leaves this world really soon. And just I know a lot of guys don't. I know a lot of people from our time period, or maybe from the younger time period, don't know who Pete Rose is. But just as speaking as a baseball player, and we understand, the outlook of you know, how he's viewed based off, what he did back in his time when he was playing. But the player that he was, I don't think that separates or that takes away from him, right? Like I know a lot of things were going on back in the time where baseball was in its early stages or its teenage stages. And there was a lot of outside influence, but you can't blame a man for his mistakes or for one mistake that he did, probably due to some, underlying circumstances that we're not aware of. 25, 30, 40 years after it was done. You know what I'm saying? He's paid his dues. He's apologized. He's popped up on many interviews and gave his side of the story. So when it comes to a guy like Pete Rose and just the player that he was, not looking at the whole, cheating thing, but the player that he was, he was a legend, right? Just the pure ability that a player can exhibit. And at that time period where a lot of guys weren't, on that level. And I just think for a guy like Pete Rose, I think just for his legacy that he left, the type of player that he was, he should have been in the Hall of Fame just off of that. And I understand the Baseball Hall of Fame is one of the hardest Hall of Fames, if not the hardest fame to get into. But I think you have to overlook that one mistake that he committed in order to put a guy like that in there, because he's a staple in the story. And I don't think that you can tell the story of baseball without talking about Pete Rose. And when you have a guy like that, a player like that you can't tell a story about without mentioning their name in said sport, you got to put him in the Hall of Fame. So shout out to Pete Rose, man.
Yeah. I mean, the NFL tried to do it with T.O. too. So, although T.O. wasn't gambling on games, look, just by his, it'd be one thing if he was going in to the NFL, I'm about to say NFL, Lord, the MLB Hall of Fame based on his coaching. It's not the case. He's going into the MLB Hall of Fame based on his pitching. Pete Rose dominated an era. I don't think people understand. Y'all might not understand how hard it is to make 17 All-Star appearances in the MLB. But not only did he make 17 All-Star appearances, he did it at 5 different positions. A lot of people cannot play different positions like that in the MLB. Some people are great at first base, they can't play second. Some people are great at second and they can't play third. Some people are great in the outfield, they can't play shortstop. It's literally unmatched for a guy to make 17 All-Star appearances across 5 different positions. It's literally the equivalent to boxing of winning a championship in 5 different weight classes. Yep. It's literally the equivalent. Just based on that alone, he should be in the Hall of Fame. I mean, we're talking about an MVP, number 1 in hits all time, number 1 in singles all time, number 1 in outs all time. This is a guy that leads multiple categories as number 1 all time, in not for his team, in Major League Baseball history. This is a guy that is number 1 in multiple categories, and that right there alone, with three World Series championships, by the way, that right there alone should be enough to should it. I don't know how we let Pete Rose pass away without him being in the Hall of Fame first. It is crazy. And literally all these damn gatekeepers that are around his age, hey man, you're gonna fade away one day, and the next generation of people are gonna put him in. They will definitely put him in, because if Pete Rose doesn't belong in the Hall of Fame, people in the steroid era don't belong in the Hall of Fame, because that's literally cheating.
You can't vouch for guys like Barry Bonds and Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa and all of these guys, because they were bomb hitters, but not put him in because of a few bets, right? Because he was accused of point shaving. And this is the thing that's ultimately going to make me mad, is when they put him in after he passed. Is when one thing I always hate is when somebody goes in after they pass when they're supposed to be in years before, right? And I think with just looking at the outlook of his career, right? 17 All-Star appearances, 3 World Series, right? NL MVP, World Series MVP, right? 2-time Golden Glove winner. You know what I'm saying? Three-time batting champion. Like, the man was a problem on both sides of the ball. And I know a lot of people don't think that baseball has deep, but you play defense in baseball. Like, the man was a problem all time in singles, all time in games, career games played. An Iron Man, rarely missed games. Like, all time career at bats, all time career plate appearances, bro. Like, I get it. A few bets, right? I understand. And at the time period, like I said, I understand. But you can't justify keeping him out of the Hall of Fame based on those reasonings alone, when his resume trumps that. His resume literally trumps that, bro. You can't possibly justify that. So when it comes to somebody like a Pete Rose, when it comes to, like somebody like a Barry Bonds or a Mark McGwire, like, he trumps those guys based off not only the player that he was, but the type of violation that it was. And at the time being, it wouldn't have looked as serious as it was then than it is now. Like, nobody's batting an eye if he gets caught for betting now. He's going to get suspended, boop, all right, slap on the wrist, you're good. But back in the day, they're holding such a strong grudge that it's holding and hindering a man's legacy back from being advanced and being pushed forward. And I think that ultimately is criminal. And baseball, they got to fix it. You got to fix it. Rob Manfred, you got to fix it.
This doesn't go said. This goes unsaid a lot. Baseball and soccer, I would say baseball and soccer are the two team sports that have had the least amount of evolution, as in how the game is played.
This is true.
Basketball has changed a lot. Football has changed a lot. We all know that. Because of the physicality of football, they had to change it for the better. Basketball, they wanted to see more offense. They had to change it. The pitching and hitting in baseball just changed. Was it last year or 2 years ago? With the with the pitch clock now, like something like a shot clock.
Yep.
Because the games were too slow. They were taking too much time in between. So I get it, but other than that, the rules haven't changed. The rules haven't really changed since the 1920s. Like, foul balls are still foul balls. On the outside, when you drive it down, it has to bounce inside twice down the foul line. Like, none of that has changed. The only thing that's changed is athletes have become better athletes, or people that got injured get healthier faster because of modern medicine.
Yep.
Nothing about baseball has really changed. So when a guy plays the way he played, they've never accused him of steroids. I mean, if he did steroids, we'll never know.
We'll never know.
But I don't think he was taking steroids. So whatever it's worth, I don't think he was taking steroids. But when you're talking about a guy that was durable, this is the equivalent of not letting Nolan Ryan into the Hall of Fame. Like, nobody would ever think that shit because Nolan Ryan beat somebody up on a baseball field. He shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
It's ridiculous. That's how ridiculous it sounds. So
I get it. You old gatekeepers talking about, well, he played. He played isn't even the word. What's the word I'm looking for? He hurt the integrity of the game because he gambled on the game and shaved points. Okay. He didn't do it while he was playing. And number two, you know who else had to agree to point shaving? The freaking players.
There were other people involved.
There were
other people involved. But like we said, we'll go ahead and get into that more next week when we got the full cast and crew. Hopefully my boy Willie is doing very, very well out there with the crazy hurricanes. Anybody else dealing with the hurricanes, we hope you guys are also doing very, very well. Now, before we get up out of here, y'all know what we like to do. DJ Micah B, go ahead and give us some final thoughts, man.
Yeah, man, y'all know what it is. Make sure you tune in to the best damn football show on the internet, period, tomorrow. Inside the Huddle, or as my co-host last night said, ish. Which was funny to me. I don't know why it was so funny to me.
Yeah.
He said ish. I think that's because of y'all hats, you know. But you got Moo, you got Mel. They'll be breaking down even more football than we did tonight. They'll break down tape. They'll tell you everything you need to know about how to understand defense. You got any questions on what defense does what? That's the guys to ask. Those are the guys. Make sure you tune back in. Obviously, Monday, basket to basket. Wednesday, gentlemen's talk. Right back here Thursday with me, Moo, and hopefully Willie. I just want to send well wishes to Willie. I just went through it too, brother. Hope everything is all good with you. I'm out.
Hey, man, absolutely. Like we said, shout out to our boy Will. We know he's going through it right now, along with a lot of people out there in Atlanta and Georgia area, basically the eastern coast, North and South Carolina. I know there's a lot of people out there. Like I said, shout out to all my family members on that side. Hope everybody's doing okay. To reissue the statements that DJ Micah B said, make sure you guys tune into the rest of the show. YouTube has been going up. Appreciate everybody that popped in the comments today. We had a few viewers on this late night tip. Addy Alvarez, appreciate you for the conversation, my boy. Hope everybody like, comment, subscribe. Keep bringing that traction to the YouTube, man. Keep bringing that traction to the YouTube. We've seen that everybody has been asking questions about the hats that Mel has been wearing on Inside the Huddle. We're not ignoring your requests. We already got some in the works. So make sure you guys look out for that. Shirts and sweaters are coming for the fall/winter season. So make sure you guys look out for that. All merch updates and lineups is going to end up on the website. So make sure you guys go follow the website, www.fpslfromthesideline.com. All one word. Make sure you guys tap into the YouTube From the Sideline, all one word podcast. And yeah, we're going to see y'all next week. I'm going to see y'all tomorrow. I'm going to be in studio, so I'm not going to be on the road. So make sure you guys get here early because we're going to start the show on time for once. So with that being said, we out. We can catch y'all next week. Peace.